All right, there is a math operation that we refer to as FOIL. It's when I'm trying to multiply two binomials, okay? You don't need to know that term, but it just means two things that have two terms. So here's what we have. Let me remind you of something. If I said that, what would you say? You'd go, that's 3 times 4. Huh, that's 12. I'm multiplying. How about this? 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 4, 12, right? So we've gone over this before when we talked about distributive property. We know the parentheses mean multiply. And sometimes we have to distribute everything from the outside to whatever's on the inside. That's the principle with the FOIL process. FOIL, F-O-I-L, it's just an acronym to help us remember first, outer, inner, last. So if I'm multiplying this, I follow the FOIL principle. So I multiply the first term times the first term. X times x is x squared. I multiply the outer terms. X times 5 is 5x. I multiply the inner terms. 3 times x is 3x. And then I multiply the last term from both terms, and I get 3 times 5, which is 15. Okay? Now, the last step is always combine like terms, because I want to simplify it, right? I don't have any more x squares. Hey, I've got an x here and an x here, and then that's the whole number. So I have x squared. 5x plus 3x is 8x, and then I have my plus 15. Okay? So that's the principle. See, really all I'm doing is I'm making sure that I multiply this first one times both of those numbers, and then the second one times both of those numbers. But if I keep it in order with FOIL, I make sure I don't miss anything. And then we combine like terms, which should always be the middle terms if you did them in order. So don't let different signs mess you up. Suppose I had x minus 3 times x plus 7. First, x times x is x squared. The outer terms, x times 7 is plus 7x. The inner terms, negative 3 times x is minus 3x. The last terms, negative 3 times positive 7 is negative 21. So combine like terms. I end up with x squared. 7x minus 3x gives me a positive 4x minus 21. Remember, you can do this on your calculator. Just use the coefficient. Just use the number. Just go 7 minus 3. Okay, don't try and mess with the x on there. Up here, negative 3 times 7 is negative 21. So your calculator can check you on those. Just deal with the number in front of the x. Let me do a couple more. Just so we see what it makes sure we're good on the pattern. X minus 5, x minus 6. Okay? First, x times x is x squared. Outer, x times negative 6 is minus 6x. Inner, negative 5 times x is minus 5x. And last, negative 5 times negative 6 is positive 30. Again, your calculator will do that for you. If you get concerned about the rules, check it yourself on the calculator, okay? Combining the inner terms, the like terms, negative 6x minus 5x. You can do your calculator, do negative 6 minus 5. What you're going to get is minus 11x, and then your plus 30. Okay, let's do one more. X minus 7, x plus 2. First, x times x is x squared. Outer, 2 times x is plus 2x. Inner, negative 7 times x is minus 7x. And last, negative 7 times 2 is minus 14. Last step, combine like terms. X squared, 2x minus 7x is negative 5x, and then don't forget my minus 14. So it's all multiplication, and of course then don't lose your signs. Don't forget, just write your signs down as you go so you keep track of all them. If I happen to have a coefficient in front of my x, that isn't going to change anything. So let's suppose I had 2x minus 3 times 3x plus, let's go with 1, just to make sure we understand this always works, all right? Well, I do 2x times 3x. 2 times 3, I get 6x squared. Because remember, when I multiply the like bases, I add the exponents. The outer, 2x times 1 would be plus 2x. The inner, negative 3 times 3x would be minus 9x. And then the last, negative 3 times 1 would be minus 3. Combine like terms, I'm going to have my x terms. So I have 6x squared, 2x minus 9x, just do 2 minus 9 on your calculator, you get minus 7x minus 3. You following that? One more. You get used to it after you do it for a while. 3x plus 6, 4x minus 2. Or here, let's do both of them negative, just to make sure, because I don't want you to, oopsie, thinking I'm padding it or anything, making them do anything unique. I'm not. It can be whatever. So 3x times 4x is 12x squared. 3x times negative 2 would be minus 6x. Negative 6 times 4x would be minus 24x. Negative 6 times negative 2 is plus 12. Again, your calculator, guys, be sure you use that if you get concerned on these rules. Combine like terms, I have a negative 6x and negative 24x, so my final is going to be 12x squared. Negative 6 minus 24 is going to give me minus 30x plus 12. Okay, I think FOIL will show up a couple times on the problems. What will happen is, on the test, you may have something like x plus 3, x minus 9, and all it's going to say is simplify. Okay? And you've got to recognize, oh, wait, I know what to do with that. This is going to be FOIL. And you're going to get a final answer, something like this. You may look at this and go, that doesn't make it simpler. Well, this is what they're looking for, okay? If they give you that, you're not going to solve for x. You're not going to come up with a value of x. If they say simplify, this is what they mean for you to do, is to use FOIL so that you multiply the two binomials.